I'm going to introduce you completely with my NutriChef Rotisserie Oven. I have done a few chickens in this and I'm quite happy with how I'm getting along with that, so I figure it's time to let you know about the oven in a little bit of detail. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this open and show you all the accessories it comes with really quickly, a good brief synopsis of it. Then we're going to rotisserie chicken. Tyson, how many pounds is this? 6.69 pound chicken that I got for $9.77. A huge chicken. So let me get to the front here. So you can see we got 3 dials. The temperature goes from 200 degrees to broil, or 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and then broil. Your selector here, mode selector, has got off, broil, bake, and rotisserie, and that becomes important here in a minute when I'll show you something. Then we got a timer that goes from 0 to 60 minutes right here, or you can turn it the opposite way and go to stay on and not use the timer. So that's pretty cool. Then we got a glass door with a handle. If you swing it wide enough, it opens. What I like about this oven was that it was not just a rotisserie. I could use it for other things. So let's go through our parts here. This is our kebab skewers. That's a stand for that. You got our drip pan for the rotisserie. Comes with 2 hooks, one for each end of the rotisserie of the chicken or whatever meat you're rotisserie. This is the bottom part of the kebab stand. And you got 7, I think it is, 3, 6, 7. 7 skewers that hangs on this when you set it up. Which I'm not going to demonstrate today, but you would hang that up on your rotisserie thing, like a rotisserie skewer holder, like that. And it would turn around and it just do your kebab. Pretty cool thing. And it comes with a tray for your baking, and it comes with 2 shelves, because we can use this like an oven, and they have slots for that. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 different positions you can put your shelves on, which is pretty cool, which is a big selling point for me because I can use this for something else. We'll pull those out because we're not using those today. And this is your big pole for your rotisserie. We use that in conjunction with this for our turkey or chicken. Now, this is really cool because you can position your heating elements in any way you want, depending on what you're cooking. Today we're rotisserie, so we want the heat on the sides. But if you were using it in the oven, you could put the heat at the bottom and at the top. You could put it at one side in the top if you wanted. Can't imagine why you'd want that, but you could. Or you can swing them down to do both sides, like what we're doing today. Now, I was reading the reviews on these online, and one guy wrote that he was disappointed because his rotisserie it wouldn't turn. Well, the instructions that come with it don't tell you that there's a little cover here that you take out, and there's your rotisserie hole to stick your spit in. So that's kind of important if you want it to turn. So let me get these out of the way. I just keep them all stored inside the oven when I'm not using it. That way I don't lose anything. So I'm going to open up my chicken here, take it over the sink. We're going to rinse it off. And Tyson loosely packs the gizzards inside the cavity. And I don't use the gizzards, so we're going to remove those gizzards, get it all nice and rinsed off and then patted dry. I'll see you in a minute. Pat that all nice and dry. Trim off any fat we see on there that we don't really need. Alright, so we kind of got that dried off. Now we're going to take out our butcher's twine, our kitchen twine. We're going to tie this up so it don't interfere with the rotisserie, so it spins nicely. What I'm going to do is just take my twine and tie those legs up to start with. And we'll take a nice bit of long twine here and tie our wings up. Just like that. Alright. I'm going to take some olive oil here. We're just going to kind of coat that in a nice coat of olive oil. It's going to do two things. This is going to get it to where our seasoning will stick, and also so it turns nice and golden brown. It's going to help that brown out. Now I got my seasoning mix that I mixed up. I just got a recipe offline, found one on Poultry Seasoning. How to make your own on all recipes. You can use whatever seasoning you like. Then we're just going to coat everything very generously with this seasoning. Alrighty. Now, I found that in this oven, if you skewer this to where the large cavity is up top, that puts the thicker portions of the meat, the chicken, up to the top, which is hotter than the bottom, and that works pretty well. So let's go ahead and get this on there, our top hooks. It just slides on with a thumb screw. Let's shove that through there. Let's shove that from the bottom. Like that, kind of compress it in. Give that a twist on the thumbnail screw. Thumbnail. Alright, let me rinse my hands and I'll be right back. Okay, let's put our drip pan in. It's got a little, if I can show that to you, nib on the bottom that fits in this hole. Like that. And we take our chicken, we poke the bottom of the skewer in that and swing it up. Like that. Now I'm going to shut the door, put this on about 350. We're going to put this on rotisserie. We're going to plug it in, and we're going to set that for an hour. Now in general, it's about roughly 20 minutes per pound towards the end. But for the first hour, I'm just going to cook it for an hour on that timer. Keep an eye on it. So we'll come back for that. So I'll see you in an hour and see how this chicken's looking. I start cleaning up my mess here. See you in a minute. Well, see you in about an hour. Okay, that's coming up on an hour. I'm just going to take some of this drippings in here and brush that on some of the light spots. So we get some nice golden in there. And let that drizzle down. That looking good or what though? You know it is. I'm not sure if I told you earlier the name of this, but it's a NutriChef. NutriChef. I'll put a link in my description below. Right. We'll do that for another hour, and I'll see you in another hour. Okay, we've been going 120 minutes or so. And I can't tell you how beautiful my kitchen smells right now. But let's check the temperature of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is get that around to where I can get to the breast and the thigh. About right there. And then we're going to check temperature. Breast is 156. Thigh is 158. So let's put that back on rotisserie. I'm going to do that for another 20 minutes. That ain't going to hurt that any. And we'll see you in another 20 minutes. Okay, that's done it. The internal temperature on that is now 169 degrees on the breast and the thigh. So I am going to take that hot chicken, I keep calling it turkey, take that hot chicken out. And we are going to put it on our tray here. And let that cool down a little bit. Probably about 20 minutes. And then we'll come back and get it ready for tearing up. I'll see you then. I want to show you all that drippings in this tray here. I don't know if you can see that. But we're going to make a delicious gravy out of that dripping. And we're going to go ahead and use the bones too. We're going to make a big stock and make some beautiful gravy out of that. But that'll be in the next video. So let me get this cooled down and then I'll be right back. All right. While that's cooling down, let's go ahead and get this off. All right. I just wanted to compare. I bought a big box rotisserie chicken so you can see the difference between the big box and your own. They're pretty much the same. I mean, a big box is a 3-pound chicken that they've cooked down, and I think it works out to be about 2 pounds, 4 ounces or something like that after cooking. But it starts out as a 3-pound, whereas this was over 6 pounds. And This one don't look quite as pretty because it's been in the fridge. But other than that, you can see that making your own is just so much more rewarding. Let's take this string off. I'm not knocking the big boxes, but it sure is nice to make your own. Check that out. It just falls apart. There you go. Now I'm going to take that and put it in my stock pot, and we're going to make some nice gravy out of that. Like I say, I'll do that in the next video, but we'll get this all shredded up, and I'm going to be using that in an upcoming recipe or something. So I just wanted to demonstrate what a beautiful chicken you can make with a very affordable rotisserie oven. And hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.